You wake up in 2035 to a news alert that feels impossible. Global freshwater reserves have entered emergency level. Rivers are shrinking. Desalination plants are failing. Nations are invoking military protocols, and for the first time in human history, the world is running out of water. What happens next will change everything you've ever known. At first, it feels like another sensational headline, but within hours, you notice something different. Your tap water pressure drops. Supermarkets limit bottled water to 1 per customer. Then the government issues an urgent broadcast. All citizens must begin 20% water rationing immediately. This is the beginning of a new era, one born not from war or politics, but from the collapse of Earth's most fundamental resource. Scientists have warned for years that climate change, overpopulation, and overuse were pushing the freshwater cycle to its limits, but no one expected everything to fail at once. By 2035, Himalayan glaciers melt faster than expected. Major rivers, the Indus, the Colorado, the Nile, shrink to historic lows. Groundwater reserves fall below recovery levels. Desalination plants in the Middle East and California hit energy limits during a heat wave. It's a perfect storm. You feel it immediately. Your city schedules water-off hours between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. Restaurants close early. Factories pause production. And the price of water quietly doubles. Governments activate emergency protocols. Within days, the crisis jumps from environmental issue to national security threat. Countries activate water defense units, military teams that secure rivers, reservoirs, and dams. In India and Pakistan, drones patrol disputed water zones. In the U.S., the National Guard trucks water to heat-stricken states. Israel and Jordan sign their first ever shared survival pact. You realize something chilling. Water has replaced oil as the world's most valuable resource. By week 2, bottled water becomes the new gold. You see people trading it for fuel, for medicine, even for safe passage out of drought zones. On the dark web, you spot disturbing listings. 20,000 liters of groundwater, unregistered. Access to private well, $4,500 per day. Stolen desalination filters, urgent delivery. Humanity is returning to a primitive economy, but with 2035 technology. Entire regions begin to collapse. Farmers in Mexico abandon their land. Families from the Middle East rush toward Europe. Tens of thousands flee Africa's interior. You watch live footage of caravans moving along dry highway beds. Remnants of roads once submerged in seasonal floodwaters. UN reports estimate 43 million people may relocate by the end of the year. And suddenly, borders around the world begin to harden. A single event turns the crisis violent. On July 23rd, a government, never officially named, launches a covert cyber attack on a foreign desalination facility. The plant fails, water stops, Chaos erupts. Overnight, the company behind the attack becomes the most hunted entity in the geopolitical world. NATO calls it a violation of humanitarian stability. Others simply call it the water war incident. You wonder who will strike next. Scientists race to engineer solutions. You hear about atmospheric harvesters that pull moisture from air, synthetic aquifers made from nanofiltration materials, solar-powered desalination networks, genetically modified drought-resistant crops. But each innovation takes time the world no longer has. Governments begin funding extreme experiments, Project Ceres, a global attempt to seed clouds at scale. AquaShield space-based mirrors to redirect rain patterns, the Deep Earth Pump. An underground drilling program chasing ancient water trapped miles below surface. Humanity is pouring billions into emergency science, but the crisis keeps accelerating faster. Your city begins to change. You start living in a new reality. Showers are limited to 45 seconds. Smart faucets cut off automatically. Toilets use nutrient recycling systems. Parks replace grass with synthetic greenery. Cops patrol neighborhoods. Drones scan rooftops for illegal storage tanks. Your building installs a new device, a biometric meter that tracks every liter you use. Every drop now has a cost. A year into the crisis, things reach their breaking point. A global summit is held in Zurich. World leaders meet behind closed doors. Satellite monitoring is paused for secrecy. Military aircraft circle the region. When the meeting ends, the UN issues a statement. A new global system for water governance is now in effect. 3 major changes shake the world. International water credits. Every person receives a digital water allowance tracked by AI. It is the first universal rationing system in history. Water militarization legally approved. Any nation may use force to secure critical resources. This sends shockwaves across geopolitics. Construction of the world water grid. A continent-spanning network of pipelines connecting reservoirs and desalination plants. The largest engineering project ever attempted. It will take 8 years. Humanity just needs to survive until then. In early 2037, something unprecedented happens. Sensors in Siberia detect massive underground reservoirs, ancient freshwater aquifers untouched for millions of years, enough to sustain humanity for centuries. But there's a problem. They lie beneath one of the most geopolitically tense regions on Earth. Within hours, Russia deploys Arctic troops. China sends engineering fleets. The US activates satellite defense over the region. NATO issues a statement calling for shared stewardship. The world has found salvation, but it might start a war to reach it. And you realize the final battle of the water crisis might be for the last untouched water on the planet. As the crisis deepens, you begin to wonder if water becomes the world's ultimate currency, if governments weaponize rain, if nations battle over hidden aquifers, what would you do to survive? And if humanity finally reaches those ancient reservoirs beneath the ice, will it save us? Or will it be the spark that ends us? Just imagine. This becomes our future. Water was never unlimited. We just treated it like it was. Every drop you waste today is a future someone may fight for tomorrow. If we don't learn to respect water now, the world won't run out slowly. It will break all at once. This disaster doesn't begin in 2035. It begins with how we live today. Use water wisely before scarcity becomes survival. If this story made you think, like the video and subscribe. Because the next crisis won't ask for permission. The future is shaped by those who pay attention. Imagine if it's already started.